Hello, my YouTube friends. Long time no see. Last video I did was my Blu-ray review of Fast and Furious 6. Everyone knows I love that movie, but that wasn't the official last video I've been on since I left for a while, the last couple months. The last video I was actually on was Cinema Sickness's cinema hunting video with his cousin, and I'm more friends with the cousin. Like, that was the only time I ever interacted with Cinema Sickness. We're friends on Facebook now, but I know his cousin, so he got me to hang out with him for a little bit. Way more popular than I am, and it was pretty cool. We got some good deals that day. You're not going to find any of those. You're going to find, I think, one of those movies in here. But if I would have combined that update with this update, we'd be here for 6 hours. But anyways, we're going to get going. First I'm going to show you is uh, Lethal Weapon 2. I really like this movie. Not much to say about it other than it's a good sequel. Definitely worth checking out, even though the case is kind of busted up. Here, the next few I actually just bought today is Swingers. I was going to get True Romance, but I thought I already had it, so I didn't buy it. I'll explain that later. But it turns out I don't have it, so I wound up buying this instead. I'm not disappointed because I heard this is a very great movie. And I had to upgrade the Blu-ray of this. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, only less than $5 at Walmart today. And this is one of my favorite movies of all time, as you can tell. And this is the Bueller edition. Has all the special features that the DVD I have doesn't. The only special feature that my DVD has is the commentary. A good commentary, but there's not much more to it than that. And the next I have is 12 Years a Slave. I haven't seen this movie yet, but I think this is the movie that won Best Picture of the Year. Which I think is a ripoff that definitely should have gone to Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street was not my favorite film of the year. It was it's definitely in the top 5 of my favorite films of the last year. But Pacific Rim was. Everyone already knows that. But I knew that wasn't going to win anything. But I haven't watched this yet. I heard it's very depressing, hard to watch. I hope I enjoy it from a good movie standpoint, not for like the dark tones of it. Like basically, it's a more dead serious Django from what some people told me. That's good, accurate representation. And this is the only one I'm going to show from what I got from when I was hanging out with Cinema Sickness. It's Ghost in the Shell 2.0. Now this it's kind of interesting. They updated the CG in it. It looks okay. I'd rather just watch the original with the original effects, but still worth checking out. It's not entirely worth it, but I didn't even have the original. I only watched the original cut of it on Netflix when they used to have it on there. So I never owned it. So I got this. I thought it was actually the second one, but then I read that was just an updated version. So the 2.0 is kind of confusing, but whatever. That's what it is. And this is actually a fantastic movie. I had to see this movie because it's about an English teacher. It's a Dead Poets Society. Now, I could only watch this once. I'm probably never going to watch it again. It's a great movie. But let me tell you, the one thing that happens at the end, the really dark moment at the end of the movie, I can't really rewatch that. That hits a little too close to home with me. So, and if any of you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But that moment in the movie hits a little too close to home, but it's still a solid movie. Robin Williams does a really good job, and it's actually a very uplifting movie other than for that moment. I definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. It's a fantastic movie, and I just realized this movie's only rated PG. Oh, wow. Those at least PG-13. I wasn't expecting that. Now, I haven't watched a few of these I haven't even watched yet, but I haven't watched this one. High Tension. It's out of the plastic, but I still haven't watched this yet. I've been looking forward to it. I really like home invasion films, so I'll get back to that. And this movie I liked more than the critics did, and it's Escape Plan. Escape Plan is a lot of fun. This is, yes, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy, Ultraviolet HD. This is a lot of fun. It's basically like the prison escape scene from Face Off, but the entire movie. It's not a full-blown action movie or anything like that. Like, it's more of a just mystery thriller, but there is action in it, and the action in it is really solid. It's not a bloody movie like The Expendables was, but I do recommend checking it out. I don't regret buying it at all. Next is Iceman. Now, there's a few actors that if it has this certain actor in it, I have to watch it, and one of them is Michael Shannon, and since Michael Shannon's the lead guy in this, I definitely had to watch it. It's a very brutal and violent movie. It's dark, it's gritty, it's not a horror movie, but it's a good psychological thriller based on a real guy. And they give James Franco top billing, which I don't agree with because he's not in it that much. Next is one I still haven't watched yet. It's Irreversible. All I know is it's a rape revenge thriller, but it's like done in reverse. So I'm going to have to watch. I'm gonna watch this eventually, but it's just I don't know why I've been holding off on it. It says warning contains graphic sex and violence for mature audiences only. I'm like I said, I haven't watched it, so I'm not sure how aggressive the violence is or anything like that. I heard it's very disturbing, but I do hope to check it out sooner than later. And this one was kind of interesting. Frankenstein Unbound. It's kind of a time travel movie, and it involves the story of Frankenstein. It's a very interesting film. I definitely recommend checking it out. I got this really cheap from the place I work at. Only $5. Couldn't go wrong with that. I saw this in theaters and I saw it again recently. My opinion of this is that, like, of all the Avengers movies, this one felt like the one... This one felt like the one that felt like the most of, like, it was just a filler film. Not necessarily bad, but just, you could tell it's just a placeholder. And it's Thor: The Dark World. Now, I was kind of looking forward to this, but I kind of didn't care until it came out. I saw it in theaters, and I was like, oh, that was okay. Nothing too special. The only reason I got it really was for the Marvel one-shot, All Hail the King, and that is actually worth it. It's a really good short. And the movie isn't bad by any means. I think I kind of gave it like 3.5. I didn't review it for this, but the Rotten Tomatoes, I reviewed it there. But not a bad movie. Just kind of definitely a placeholder. Definitely a filler film. Could have been a lot better. Someone told me that they thought was better than Avengers, and please. Next is Wanted. Now, I got a problem here. Why don't we have more movies like this? We need more crazy movies. Sure, it has nothing to do with the comic, and I love the comic. Yes, I have the comic, so I know what I'm talking about. Other than a few character names, this movie has nothing to do with the comic it's based on. But it is a lot of fun. The action is bloody and entertaining. You can't go wrong with it. I want to see more action movies like this. I want to see more crazy, violent action films. And speaking of crazy, violent action films, we got RoboCop. This is the original, obviously. The remake hasn't been released on Blu-ray or DVD yet. All-around classic. This is the director's cut, even though I'm not... Unless the version I already have is the director's cut on DVD, because I couldn't really tell much of a difference between the DVD that I have and this. I'd have to rewatch the DVD again, in all honesty, but seriously, fantastic movie, masterpiece. Still holds up today. The violence, brutal, bloody, entertaining. Another 80s, this was 80s, right? Yeah, 85. Commando. This movie's entertaining. Not much to say about it though. You know, like, I really do wish we had like another modern day Commando like this. We need more 80s style action movies, not remakes of 80s style action movies, like legitimate 80s action movies. And then Seven Psychopaths, really good. Something's cracking in there. Nice to know the case is broken. Nice to know. But anyways, moving on. Other than that, yeah, this is a good movie. Very dark, very funny, very violent. This is what I like. This is the kind of humor I enjoy. Even though I saw, like, the day that I watched it, it turned out to be a very crummy day. But other than that, it was a good movie. And then next is Black Hawk Down. I actually never saw this movie. This has been sitting on my shelf also. I got it. I ordered it with a bunch of movies, and it's just been kind of sitting there. I've been wanting to watch it, but it's a very long movie, and in all honesty, I don't have that much time to actually sit down and watch a movie this long. How long is it? It's like, it doesn't say on here, does it? 144 minutes, yeah. Like, I need to watch something that's faster, needs to, like, be over with sooner. Even though I'm on spring break now, so I can get more time to watch something. I already saw this movie, but I just bought it the day the Earth stood still. All-around masterpiece, sci-fi masterpiece. If you haven't seen it already, you definitely need to look it up. It's one of the all-time. It's not just one of the all-time greatest science fiction films. It's just one of the all-time greatest films. Period. Now, this one I was actually really happy to get. It's the Godfather Coppola restoration, the 3 films collection. Obviously with 1, 2, and 3. And the Coppola Restoration supplements. This normally sells for like $50, but Amazon was selling it for like 16, and I was just like, I gotta get it. Even though I have free 2-day shipping because if you connect your student account with your Amazon account, you can get free shipping, free 2-day shipping. But it like took 2 weeks because for some reason it like connected. I ordered the Sherlock series 3 for my parents, and since they connected it, they decided to ship this with it. That actually irritated me. I was like, I can't believe that took that long. But other than that, classic series, I don't really talk about that. This is another one I bought from the place I work at. It's the triple feature, Blowout, Broken Arrow, and Get Shorty. Now I'm only, I already have Broken Arrow, but I don't have these. Obviously, all 3 Travolta films. I mainly bought it for this. Blowout may be good. I don't know. I never heard anything about it. I didn't even hear about it until I saw that there. I already have Broken Arrow, but if these 2 hold up well enough, I'm probably just going to get rid of this. Not this set, but my single DVD of this, because I don't really have a purpose for it anymore, if that's how it is. And another movie I've ever seen, but just got Faster. Now, the reason I have to own this is because it has The Rock in it, and he's another one of those actors where if he's in it, I have to watch it. The Rock's one of my favorite actors of all time. Faster is a very entertaining film. It's a little too dark and a little too serious for what it's worth, but seeing The Rock in action mode is always entertaining to watch. This is actually a remake of A Better Tomorrow. Not as good as the original film, but I have to say this is an entertaining remake. It's a remake that was done really well with a lot of care for the original. I definitely recommend checking it out. I think it's only $10 now, and it comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray. So you definitely can't go wrong with it. Another movie I haven't watched yet is Straw Dogs, the original. I got it with Black Hawk Down with that set of movies I got. The movies I got in that set were Black Hawk Down, Irreversible, High Tension, and this. And as you can see, I haven't watched any of them yet. I've been meaning to. This one has been the one I've been wanting to see the most, actually. I heard my buddy loves this movie, but I heard it's very this is the whole point of it. It's a controversial movie. I'm not sure if it's as screwed up as stuff you'd find nowadays, but in the 70s things got kind of weird. I definitely look forward to watching it though. I haven't seen the remake, neither has my buddy, the one who recommended me this movie, but I do want to see that. The only reason I mainly bought that is because I do want to watch the remake just to see how it is, to compare it, but I'm not going to watch the remake if I haven't seen the original. And as you can see, it's not even opened yet, but it's Devil. I enjoy this movie. A lot of people give this movie a lot of flack. My buddy Tyler and I, we both agree. It's just an extended Outer Limits episode. It's not that bad. Sure, it's kind of silly and kind of campy, but it's not a bad movie at all. It's actually it's actually a very entertaining film. I definitely I can't really find that much too wrong with it, other than the fact that that's kind of silly. Other than that, the story is kind of interesting. And the acting isn't that bad either. Like I said, aside from a little silliness here and there, it's not a bad movie at all. Definitely underrated. This is another one of those movies that came out this year that was considered best film of the year category, and it's Gravity. I saw this in theaters actually, and I really enjoyed that movie. In this movie, I was kind of depressed I didn't get to see 12 Years a Slave in theaters, but it wasn't really, it wasn't showing at the theater that is closest to me. It was when they re-released it, but not when they first released it, and by the time they re-released it, I didn't really, have the time to see it, But anyways, Gravity, this is a fantastic movie. Definitely one of the best films of the year, without a doubt. It'd be in my top 10, but it's not how I would count it down. This is from a legitimate good filmmaking standpoint, not so much as how much entertainment. It did entertain me, it did keep me in suspense, but it wasn't I wouldn't put it up with Fast and Furious, Wolf of Wall Street, and Pacific Rim. No, but that would definitely be in my top 10 favorite films of the year for sure. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why wouldn't it be higher? For me, it's just more it's more of an entertainment thing. It's entertaining, don't get me wrong, but not as entertaining as the other ones I mentioned. And the next This movie has terrible special effects, but I love it anyway. It's Spawn. Uh, Spawn's a great character. It's kind of a... from what I understand, it's only a loose adaptation. There's a lot of bonus features. Like, a lot. But it being on Blu-ray does not improve the poor CGI at all. It's one of the few moments where I wish they'd pull George Lucas in action trying to improve the effects. Now, I don't... This is another thing where I don't know the difference between the director's cut and the standard edition. Like, there's no gore in it either way, so that is kind of disappointing. I wish there was more blood. And lastly, I have here... This I didn't finish watching. I kind of got... It's not that I got sick of it, it's just I was just kind of done while I was watching it. I wanted to do something else, and I wound up doing something else, and it's Battle of the Damned. It's not bad, but like from what I watched, it was just entertaining enough. I'll definitely finish watching it eventually. It has robots, zombies, and Dolph Lundgren, and the reason I only watch it is because I'm a fan of Dolph Lundgren. Any of those like '80s action stars, if you haven't already been able to tell. Now this update isn't over yet. There's actually just one really big thing that I want to show off. I just realized what I just said there. But I got this at a really good price. This normally, from what I understand, it's like $500, but Amazon had a sale, and it was like $130. I was like, I'll grab it. Why not? And it comes with 50 movies, as you can see. I'll run through them real quick. Grand Hotel, Mutiny on the Bounty, Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind, The Maltese Falcon, Mrs. Miniver, Casablanca, The Treasure of Sarah Madre, Streetcar Named Desire, American in Paris, Singing in the Rain, Gigi, North by Northwest, Ben-Hur, How the West Was Won, Dr. Zhivago, Cool Hand Luke, 2001: Space Odyssey, Bullet, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Dirty Harry, A Clockwork Orange, The Exorcist, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Superman the Movie, The Shining, Chariots of Fire, Risky Business, Amadeus, The Color Purple, Lethal Weapon, Full Metal Jacket, Driving Miss Daisy, Goodfellas, Unforgiven, Bodyguard, Natural Born Killers, Shawshank Redemption, The Matrix, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Million Dollar Baby, The Departed, The Dark Knight, The Hangover, The Blind Side, Sherlock Holmes, and Inception. Good thing I didn't buy The Hangover because I did not know that was on here. Some of these are kind of random, like I wouldn't expect The Hangover to be on here, nor Natural Born Killers really, because I knew a lot of people gave Natural Born Killers a lot of flack. What else? Some of them make sense. Like most of these do make sense. A lot of these are like certified masterpieces, but it also comes with a digital copy. I think it says on there somewhere. No, it doesn't. But it comes with a digital copy of it, and is it a digital copy of all of these movies? Because that'd be insane. And also, this is all the stuff it comes with on the back. It shows it. I'm not going to unwrap it because that's just a pain. You know what? Son of a gun. I apologize about this. That's all the stuff it comes with. I'm not going to open it up because it's the hassle to do that. But I'm very happy I got this. It has a lot of weight to it. Get back on there. No, I don't really open this up too much, obviously. I do own most of these movies, mainly on DVD. I own most of these movies on DVD, but it's nice to have them on Blu-ray now. Especially Inception and Lethal Weapon and The Dark Knight. And it comes with a bonus disc. There's 51 movie discs, and I think that's because one of these movies is I think it's Ben-Hur. Yeah, Ben-Hur takes up 2 discs. So you get there's a lot of value here for the dollar. Maybe not $500 worth, but this was definitely worth the about 100, I think 30 some odd dollars I spent on it. Definitely worth it. I obviously don't plan on buying a lot of this stuff because even though it's worth it in value, I can't really spend that much money that often. This was just like kind of a once in a long time thing. But I am happy I got it. I don't feel ripped off at all, even though the packaging is kind of weird. Not this, but like where they hold the Blu-rays and stuff like that. Anyways, that's my update for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Catch you later.